Yeah. This is Point Black coming in. I want you to listen today on what this lady is talking about and how she dropping on this Doc Rich special right here. As you can see, I gave him a thumbs up already. Subscribe or whatever you have to do to stay up on the channel right here. See, I put a thumbs up for Rich there. Subscription right there. You know what I'm saying? You can hit that up. He got regalias here also. A lot of his clothes wear and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of his shirts, say get right and so on. You can see his outfits right here. You know, as we can see, you have different clothes wear, regular t-shirts, whatever. My man is doing his thing, which is, you know, the way it should be. But I want you to listen to this black lady and what she says based on this Doc Rich special that he dropped on the live on the job. You know what I'm saying? He came straight out and just dropping these fire and so forth. So we got to start doing our best to, we should be automatically, you know, picking up on many of this type of stuff. Many of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Many of this type of stuff we should be picking up on. You know what I mean? So let's check out this joint today on what's going on, you know what I'm saying, in this matter. You know what I'm saying? So let's rock. And without further delay, let's get to business. Let's get to business.
Back at it again, and we've got one here today from an individual that I've checked out before, but it's typically been in shorts. It's never been in a long format video. So you'll recognize this person when you see them, and they have something that I would like to discuss with you guys, or have something to say that I would like to discuss with you guys. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. If you would like to help me out even further with this YouTube algorithm too, watch this video to the very end. Helps out tremendously. And with that being said, let's dive in.
When it comes to President Donald Trump, I want to say this because a lot of people accuse this man of being a racist.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I met President Donald Trump working on criminal justice reform.
I'm pretty sure I had a conversation with somebody, and they brought that up. Oh, Trump's a racist, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, time out. You know, when did you ever hear anybody calling Trump racist before he ran for president? Nobody can ever answer that question. You know, it's quite interesting that some people buy the BS, but then when you call it out, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Actually, no, I don't recall actually hearing that. Wow, you know. And guys, sometimes that's all it takes is for people to. Is just for you to make that clear statement to somebody, and then a light bulb clicks on, right? When did you ever hear anybody call Trump racist before he ran for president? Rappers were rapping about him. You saw him shaking hands with Mike Tyson and so-called black leaders, winning awards with these so-called black leaders, right? Nobody called Trump a racist then, but then all of a sudden, as soon as he ran as a Republican, that's when all of the accusations of him being racist came out. Don't you find that funny? Like, they waited that whole time to call him racist until then? They shook hands with him, kumbaya, you know, hug, kiss, all the good stuff, right? With a racist that whole time? That's what you're telling me? What about the black lady that he didn't brag about, right? Didn't speak about or post about anywhere? The only reason why we knew about it is because she came out herself and spoke about the situation. He could have easily said, I'm definitely not racist. I'm housing a black woman now free of cost. Making sure she has a fresh set of flowers every single week. Making sure she has 3 hot meals every single day. Making sure that she has a warm bed to stay in every single day. Free of charge. Free of charge. If I was racist, I could have just kicked her back out on the street where she was before. But I said, no, she can stay. And as a matter of fact, make sure she has 3 meals and some flowers every single week. But you don't see them bragging about that. And you don't hear about stories like that. You know, one of the things people typically say, well, I haven't heard about that, and I bet you didn't. And you know what? I don't even blame you for not hearing that, because the media doesn't want you to hear stuff like that. You have big for stuff like that. You know, and that's the shameful part, man. These guys that we are up against, and this is why I said what I said yesterday, and I'm sorry, we're going to get back into the video, but I think this is important. This is a game of chess, not checkers. This is a game of chess, not checkers. The people at the top that we are going against, these are some very, very intelligent individuals. That's why you see in a lot of these interviews, every single interview really, they're always trying to get a soundbite out of Donald Trump. They're always trying to get this gotcha moment out of Donald Trump. And he has yet to step on it. He has yet to step in it, or whatever you want to call it, right? He's yet to be walked into that soundbite that they want, even at the cost of some of his own supporters being angry at him, right? In the case of the abortion debate, because I saw some people were angry about that. Not a lot of people, but there were a few people. I feel like most people really recognized what he was actually doing, and it was not giving the left any type of sound bites. Trump will do the right thing when he gets in office, but he can't say that right now. And for me, actions speak louder than words, so I don't care what you say so much. I care about what you do. That's what matters, and that's what should matter, right? And I think Uncle Trump tried to navigate that situation as best as possible, because you can't rally the troops. You can't give the Democrats anything to rally behind. If he just would have came out and said, oh yeah, bam, oh boy, Democrats would have been marching the streets today. And for the next 6 months straight. And then they would have brought it back up right before the election again. You know, so, man, I'm proud of Uncle Trump. I think he's been doing a great job of running his campaign. And I think we got this W in the bag. We just can't step in it. We just can't give them anything to rally behind, or any sound bites, or any viral moments. It's for us. We're in the lead. We just got to hold it. Hold it. Mash the pedal to the metal.
I, too, was one of the ones that said, no, I don't want to go talk to that man. I don't know him. He hates black people. That's what they said.
Right.
And so they said, well, Angela, he's working on criminal justice reform. You have a story. Many of you may or may not know that I served time in a Georgia state prison. And while I was serving time in that prison, I was pregnant. And when it was time for me to deliver my baby, I was transported to a hospital here in Georgia by a police officer, and I was chained to a bed, and I was forced to give birth to my baby with a sheriff watching for a nonviolent crime. Also separated from my family for a nonviolent crime. But you know, the Democrats said we only supposed to fight for the family separation at the border. They forgot all about the family separation in the border. They want Trump to apologize for the CP5, but they ain't demanded that Joe Biden apologize for the 94 crime bill. But that's something else.
Talk that talk there.
I had a story. They told me that this man was a racist, but I had a story, and I knew that if I could use my story to convince this man that there was a need to reform our criminal justice system, then I would do that. I wasn't going to be worried about emotions. I wasn't going to be worried about the media. I wasn't going to worry about the naysayers. I was going to go in with my story and see if I could make a difference. I found myself sitting in front of President Trump in the Oval Office, and I shared my story. This is the man that they told me was a racist. I don't know. I'm scared to death. Is he going to hang me? I don't know. Is he going to call the KKK the way that the media has portrayed it? I'm in the danger zone. Just so happened that he heard my story. Not only did he pass the First Step Act, but he also made it illegal for them to chain women to the bed during their childbirth. This white man that they told me was a racist. They told me he hated black people. So not only did he just sign one of the most historic forms of criminal justice reform legislation to ever hit this nation, overturning the 94 crime bill that massively incarcerated black America, freeing nearly...
What was the process of actually putting this all together?
Many, many hours of finding the right camera angles and watching it. The first trouble started just after 1 o'clock.
45 pages, here it is right here.
Somber day for the country.
The founder of the Oath Keepers militia group is headed to prison for more than 18 years.
His lawyers didn't have this video. The video we're watching right now, his own lawyers did not have. There was a big question of what did the people do who actually did enter the building.
This is where we picked it up with the security footage that is new. At this point, the story dramatically changes.
The New Jersey man who assaulted a Capitol police officer on January 6th has been sentenced.
So this was withheld.
This was not shown to the defense.
That could be considered exculpatory evidence. This doesn't seem like what a lot of the media is showing.
It's going to change narratives no matter what your political perspective is. What we're after is the truth.
Black America, freeing nearly 20,000 people to this day. The First Step Act. I sat in the Oval Office with a lot of criminal justice reform advocates. I saw Kim Kardashian on the front page taking her pictures. I saw Alice Johnson. I saw Louis Reed. I saw Van Jones. I saw Jessica Jackson. I saw, what's her name, Vivica Fox. I saw Isaiah Washington. But I don't see any of them here today. A lot of people want to take a lot of credit for being criminal justice reform experts, criminal justice reform advocates, but to tell the truth, you didn't free nobody. Trump did.
Talk that there.
Kim Kardashian had the nerve to put up a tweet to say free Gunna. Gunna is a YSL rapper tied to the Young Thug case, charged with RICO, the same DA, the same charges. You put up a tweet and say free a known gangster in Atlanta, Georgia, but you won't put up a tweet and say free President Trump. And the only reason you getting any credit for freeing anybody is because President Donald J. Trump signed the papers. As a criminal justice reform advocate, somebody that's grateful to President Donald Trump for giving me a second chance, giving me an opportunity to run for Congress by clearing my record. Somebody who was completely oblivious to the corruption that happens in Atlanta, Georgia. I just wanted to do something for my community. I refuse to be silent. Not only will I stand for Atlanta, Georgia, not only will I stand for America, not only will I stand for the babies being aborted in the womb, not only will I stand for the mothers that choose life, I'm also going to stand with President Donald Trump.
What a great speech, huh? What an amazing... Shout out to Angela Stanton King. Hopefully I pronounced her name correctly. Shout out to Angela. That's who that lady was, for those of you that don't know. Because I didn't know for a long time what her name actually was. I recognized her face because, you know, I've checked her out in the YouTube Shorts before and uploaded a couple YouTube Shorts with her in it. But I never knew her name until today. But what a fantastic speech there. And, you know, I find it interesting that a lot of these celebrities always agree with the establishment, you know, and I think that's one thing that needs to be called out more. And I recently called it out in a discussion with someone, you know, how the media and, you know, these leaders always all agree and say the same thing, right? Threat to democracy, threat to democracy. So you mean to tell me all of these people are saying the same thing? That sounds to me like they've been fed a line, told to say a certain line, and are now repeating that line back to us, right? And the person that I was talking to agreed. Like, wow, I guess I never really thought about that, but you're right. You're right. It's all BS. So that's what I mean by, like, just calling simple things out, just not in a confrontational way, but just in more of a caring way, because we do care, right? We want people to know the truth. We want people to wake up to what's actually happening, because I was one of those individuals at one point. Believe it or not, I was once one of those individuals, and it wasn't very long ago. It wasn't. You guys have, a lot of you have watched the journey, right? And if you haven't seen the whole journey, you could definitely go back and start from the very beginning. I believe the first video I ever checked out that, you know, kind of really got this thing rolling was, I believe, a Jordan Peterson video. And it had nothing to do with politics, which is the crazy part. It just was a different type of video that I wasn't used to really looking into. And then that led to like another Jordan Peterson video, and then a Thomas Sowell video, right? And then, you know, it kept snowballing from there, and here I am, watching different discussions between Democrats and Republicans. And as a matter of fact, I think I even agreed with a Democrat, you know, towards the beginning there in some of the discussions. And here I am now. Here I am now. All it took was a few videos for me, but, you know, once again, you know, I think it's important that we call these things out. You know, these celebrities that come out and try to tell us how we should think, and it's just like, hold on, y'all all agree on the same thing. So clearly you've been fed something. It's not like, you know, this guy is saying this and this person is saying this and they're saying that, you know, like, no, they all are saying the same exact thing. They all are like, well, Donald Trump is a bad person. Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, Donald Trump this. You know, I think even Snoop Dogg recently came out and said something about if you vote for Donald Trump, you're a stupid, you know, MFer, right? And I'm like, hold on, who's the stupid MFer? Sounds like it's you, because it ain't us. Because we don't believe you. And, you know, I was reading through the comment section under one of the clips that I saw of Snoop saying what he said. And, you know, hey, I love what I saw. I love what I saw, to say the least. It's a beautiful thing, baby. Go ahead. Keep exposing yourselves. And this is the crazy part. The establishment has become desperate. They are losing control and are desperate to regain it. Because they know what's coming if they don't. They've never seen anything the likes of Donald Trump, right? Never seen anybody like that. Have you ever seen someone lose an election and still remain as relevant as Donald Trump is? A lot of the one-term presidents in the past kind of faded off into the distance. Not Trump. He became stronger. Right? How many people have you watched the government try to smear, right? The establishment try to smear, and he still stands strong. They say this, that, and the other, and he's just, it doesn't affect them. It's like Trump is in the Matrix. Y'all seen the movie The Matrix? You know, when they like dodging bullets in slow motion. You know, it's like Trump is just dodging all of these things that the establishment is throwing at him, and he's like, hold on, how do we stop this guy? Hey, indict him, throw him in jail. And even those are falling apart. So, man, they're getting desperate, and rightfully so. As I said before, if I were them, I'd be doing the same thing. As a matter of fact, I'd be going harder. I don't care what the people say. I care about me and everybody else around me. Because if I go down, we all go down. If he gets back in office, we in trouble. So I'm doing everything I possibly can to throw this man underneath the jail. Right? So expect things to get worse. Expect things to become even more dire than what they already are. Expect the night to get darker than what it already is. But as the quote goes, and I'll continue to say this because I think it's a quote that really resonates with the time that we're in. And it goes, in the darkest hour of the night, the sun begins to rise. And that will reign true, because it's going to get dark. How or when, I don't know, but it is going to get dark. But in the darkest hour of the night, the sun will begin to rise. When they've pushed us and poked us and prodded us, right, to no end, and tried to make us feel hopeless and helpless, right, which is what they want. They want us to give up and give in. They want us to say, oh, well, Donald Trump is no shot. We need to do something else, right? Oh, well, Donald Trump ain't going to win. I'm not going to go participate. There's no possible way he can win because they got this in the bag. No, that's what they want. That's what they want. And me personally, I don't know about y'all. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. But I'll never give them what they want. Peace and love, family.